This is an interview with Professor Otto E Rossler by NOPA Publishing. Senior journalist Armin Albrechtin. NOPA Publishing is a non-profit news agency domiciled in Switzerland. We have visited Professor Otto E Rossler in his hometown in Tübingen, Germany, to talk with him about the CERN LHC. Hello, Dr. Rossler, and welcome.
It's my pleasure.
Professor Rossler, how are you feeling today, especially in regards to the Large Hadron Collider, which has been turned on again?
I'm worried, frankly speaking, because the safety of the experiment has leaks.
When we started reporting about the CERN LHC in April 2008, we looked everywhere for information about the largest and most expensive machine ever built by mankind. You were the only critical voice we found. Today there are many critics worldwide. Are you aware that you have awakened a lot of people to the dangers of the CERN LHC, and how does this feel?
It's nothing to feel comfortable about. Dangers are never something that you feel good when you dissipate them. So a warning is always something you do because you feel pain and you want to be relieved not just of your own pain, but to make pain, to prevent pain from affecting other people. So it's a medical kind of activity of mine. I started out as a medical doctor, and so I feel sometimes doctors have to say if there is a safety leak somewhere.
Yes, so this is a bit like if you have a patient and he has cancer and you have to tell him.
If there's a treatment,
yes,
and you can propose
exactly.
it. Yes.
Just not let it happen, but do something about it.
Yes, like surgery. And it might be a little bit painful to say, please stop something, but in the end, it is worth doing for everyone.
Yes. At some point, we felt that your position on the CERN LHC was under a lot of attack. We even read articles and posts mentioning that your theory about the creation of a stable black hole that would ultimately destroy the universe or the world has been proven false.
It's only about the Earth at the moment, And as far as I know, no proofs have ever been given that there was a mistake in what I have presented.
Yes, that was what I was surprised about too, because on one side there was this, let me call it kind of CERN propaganda saying, no, his arguments have been diffused, are wrong, we have shown that. And on the other side I couldn't find that information.
Right, yes. To the best of my knowledge, my best arguments have not been defeated. And of course I'm a stupid person. Maybe I said something stupid also somewhere. But my theorem, which proves that the danger exists, is valid as far as to the best of my knowledge.
When the CERN was turned on the first time in September 2008, before the serious accident and the long break required for reparation work, newspapers around the world, and especially here in Switzerland, were reporting in a very sensationalist manner. They did finally mention the danger of a stable black hole, and often in a mocking way mentioned the danger of the end of the world induced by the LHC. We were pleased to see reporting on the LHC, but we were unhappy how the press, with some exceptions, handled it. How did you experience the media coverage in 2008?
I was not too disappointed in 2008. There were quite a few TV stations who reported about the alleged danger that I had been talking about, and I was not the first, of course, Walter Wagner must be mentioned. He started almost 10 years ago, and he has different concerns than I have, but it's the second stage of the experiment with lead nuclei rather than protons being smashed against each other that he is warning of. So I admire him, yes.
So you're saying that Wagner, who made the lawsuit in Hawaii,
Right.
The first lawsuit, I think, against the CERN LHC, Wagner sees the danger in a later stage in the experiments than you.
Exactly. So we are kind of dividing the territory between the two of us.
Yes, that's practical.
Yes.
It also makes us seem a bit bigger, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, one thing which I find interesting is that in the meantime, I mean, around 2 years have passed since I first learned of the dangers you were mentioning. Many other theories have, or some other theories have been publicized. Some are quite serious and quite plausible. Others are a bit more extravagant. What's your position on this? I mean, I personally think that your theory alone would warrant at least a new security conference and make sure that the danger is handled before we go on with the CERN. But there are now many other theories. What does that make? What?
Yeah. I mean, in principle, it's nice not to be alone.
Yeah.
Especially if you think you are right, and anyone who is on your side is a great help.
Yeah.
But sometimes, of course, some theories are just a little bit possible, so that the probabilities attached to theories are different. And the one with the worst probability, or the highest probability, is the one that should be focused on, because otherwise interest will be lost if it turns out that some of the arguments are not very hard, as one calls it.
Yes, I agree with that.